While farmers may celebrate the rainy season, it is taking sleep off the eyes of some residents of Omole Phase 2 for finding it difficult to contain its onslaught on their property. They blame this on the poor drainage system, which can no longer hold the volume of water from neighboring communities. Join us. All appears calm and quiet in this Omole Phase 2 environment, one of the highbrow estates in Lagos. The neighborhood around Razak Muse is, however, faced with a looming danger as flood gradually exposes the foundation of some of these beautiful buildings. Fences are reduced to rubble and heavy gullies tearing across the streets. Any moment, some of the residents may no longer be able to access their homes. Mr. Biodun Oke is one of the elders of the community. He explains the genesis of the problem and the trauma of the people.
The first major rain in May, around May 24th, so the aftermath of the rain was a major disaster on Patay Street. Many properties were damaged and 3 or 4 houses were badly affected. Their fences that had concrete foundation up to 3 meters level was badly removed by the perennial flood. And it is quite obvious in this arrangement that what we have been calling the Lagos State government to come to our aid is to prevent further losses. Our people, they are not recovering from the first one, talk less of the additional one that has been raining. So we need Lagos State intervention immediately because the rainy season is just beginning and the effects cannot be overestimated. So if we are not saved from this kind of perennial flood, we don't know what will happen, and we don't want any evil thing to happen to our members. So that's why we are calling all the way to the new governor, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to come to our aid and do whatever can be done to assist us.
A few other residents take us through the neighborhood as they tell of how much impact the flood has had on them.
You look at the frontal part, you think all is well. While the back here, it's a disaster. A disaster zone, more or less. So where we are, in fact, the concrete bit we are standing on, it's newly reconstructed. It used to be the soccerway for this house. So all this was washed away when we had the flood. Just behind us, a few meters there, is a fence that used to be about 6 meters tall, all the way from the ground with a solid base, all concrete, probably to the height of this building where you have the AC. And when that flood happened, it washed everything away. The families here have tried to do a bit of remedial work to try and safeguard what we have here, because you can see the foundation of some of the structures there. The slightest movement that they have again, these buildings will be a disaster zone. And the cost of doing this, most of what they've done here has been set up even before now, when things were okay. They made concerted effort to try and do what you see here, but where we are and the cost of doing this is way beyond individuals.
My immediate concern is getting this channel, drainage channel, same depth, same height, move it outside to the other side of the road, then just take it straight so that the water is not impeded in any form. If water comes from the road and goes out with that, the volume, and is able to see a way through without being impeded, I don't think anybody will have this problem.
This eyewitness video shows the force with which the flood passes through the neighborhood, and so they seek for intervention.
Fortunately for us, this is a government estate. This thing ought to have been envisaged a long time ago. And that is, of course, why we are calling on government at this time of the now to come and to our rescue, so that we don't experience this thing anymore. In fact, the rain has just started, and if nothing is done, we can imagine what will eventually come up again.
As the rainy season continues, the people of Omole Phase 2 can only hope the government of Lagos State comes to their rescue as soon as possible. For now, they remain at the mercy of the flood.